Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Young Tags back in SnowRunner for more Caterpillar 745C. Today, well, whoops, I didn't want to do that. Today we're at Smithville Dam. I said it right this time, don't at me. We have to go here to pick up a crate and take it down the winding road to the warehouse near Drummond Island. I've already done half of this contract, so we have to do it twice. And I'm going to tell you, it's a doozy. So let's get going. Because remember, if you didn't see the last video, it articulates instead of having a steer axle. And we're going to be doing this in the pouring rain, too. So, why not? Ooh, that was tight. Oh. Yeah, our steerhead up there is having a fun time right now, isn't he? Don't worry, this thing has an S plus durability. Actually, I take that back. It's A plus because of the transmission. This transmission lowers durability by 2 points. I don't mind that though, because this thing will still go, because having that ability to choose different ratios is very, very helpful in this thing. This is a vehicle where you don't have much like control over your speed, it seems like. So to have that ability, you can, because also I'm playing on a controller, I'm not using a wheel, so it's even better. Be able to have that extra bit of like, like a little extra bit of like security, I guess you could say. Also, we're in rear-wheel drive. Actually, let me show you guys something. I noticed this morning, or I guess earlier today. Watch what happens when we turn the AWD off. It's front-wheel drive. You know what? We are looking this up right now. Is the Caterpillar 745C front-wheel drive? Right, here's from a Caterpillar dealership. Okay, so this thing's transmission is inaccurate. It's supposed to have 7 forward gears and 2 reverse gears. It has 5 reverse gears and, it has 5 forward gears and 1 reverse gear. And the steering lock, it's about right. 4.8 seconds lock to lock. But yeah, I'm seeing nothing about the drive. And yes, this is supposed to be a dump truck in real life. I was right about that. And let's see here. It gives all the same, this website gives all the same stats, it's just in a better way, it's just laid out better. Very, very loud, 79 decibels in the interior. Yeah, I don't see anything about it being all-wheel drive or front-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive, but nobody has any information on that. And it's not like Caterpillar's going to tell me. It is definitely odd, though, that this thing is front-wheel drive in SnowRunner, because That does not seem right for a giant truck, for a giant dump truck. Especially if this is an off-highway truck. This is not something you're gonna buy to. It's not something you're gonna go buy to go haul some stones for the local True Value. I wish there was a free cam because I really want to get a good look at the dam. We have driven on the dam before, but like, wait, hold on. Kind of zoom out a little bit. Kind of want to enjoy this a little bit while we can, because it's about to get hellish. And yes, this map does take place in autumn. I have noticed. Probably pretty close to winter, because supposedly it's pretty cold. I'm pretty sure Wisconsin takes place in spring, and I think Yukon maps take place in probably like late winter, early spring, because there's still some snow like laying around. You're gonna see our biggest issue. We have no turning radius. You would think articulation is really a way to go. It's not. Because you get very little turning radius. This thing may turn on a dime, but I had issues going right, so we're gonna try left. This is something we're going to be doing a lot in here. So I'm going to leave it in auto. I tried low before, just to try to keep the speed down. But then you annoyingly have to shift out of low every time. I know the diff lock kind of helps, but it really isn't necessary when you're trying to... Here's what we're going to do. This is what I did to get out of here. We're going to go right down this hill. And then we're going to head down into the quarry. This is also going to be our way out. There is sufficient enough room for us to turn around down there. I turned in way too late. Yes, I'm riding the brakes down this hill. I know it's a terrible idea. And you also notice the front overhang. It tends to get in our way quite a lot. That little stone is holding us up from articulating to the right. I can't really call it turning because we're technically just articulating. See, this is where you're gonna see. I mean, going down it looks easy because we're hitting everything like right where we have to. When we go up, it's going to be a completely different story. You're going to be coming at everything from the other... Yeah, we're going to have to go low and the diff lock for this. We have to be able to get up over these rocks. We could utilize this area to flip around. I think what we're going to do, we're going to go all the way to the back, and we're going to try to flip around here. Now this is like perfectly designed for a cat for this. Okay, we're going to try to swing around. I don't know, our turning radius may not be enough here. We have no winch points, but we're using a very weak winch when it comes to distance. Everything becomes like a 5 or 6 point turn around here. Yes, this thing does have a backup alarm. I didn't mention that yesterday. In the most recent video. So I'm actually curious. I don't even know if that uploaded or not because I didn't look. Yes, it did. And apparently it has a view. Okay, now we gotta get this car container to the warehouse. It's simple enough, but the road is not built for a giant off-highway dump truck. We're gonna need low gear and diff lock here. That's gonna give us a little bit of extra oomph we need to get over that rock. We're gonna leave it on because it's probably gonna be our best plan. Getting through this muck. Trust me, if you're not properly prepared for this, it's a nightmare. Watch, I'm probably gonna nail this on the first try. Okay, use the hill. Use the hillside. Use the hillside. Thank you, truck. Thank you. Making things easier for the both of us. Use every bit of possible terrain. Wow, I made this seem like it was a pain. It really was, but I didn't even try that before. Don't worry, the box is gonna bounce around, but it's not gonna fall off. It's packed down. If it's unpacked, it kind of just slides around. I won't stay on for more than 2 or 3 seconds. See, look, it's just bouncing around severely. I don't like what that's doing, see? But if we pack it, we don't want to delete it. If we pack it, it gets held down by cargo straps. They don't actually go to anything, as you notice. You're just putting straps around the container at this point. These do not go underneath the vehicle. There's nothing under there. Just some kind of demonic force is holding it. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna cut up that hill right here. Leave our diff lock on because we're gonna need it because this overhang's gonna get in the way. You guys saw that. I let the diff lock on to hopefully they change that. And we have to go left here. Also notice our front tire is slightly deflated. It kind of collapsed a little bit there. Also, new update for Dirt 5 was announced today. It's coming this week. It's gonna have crossplay, so me and my friend Heavenly Alicorn will get on and probably do it together. I'm actually not even sure if he has, to be honest. I think he does. He plays a lot of Dirt Rally too. I couldn't get into that game. I just couldn't. There's a lot in there, to be honest, but I just couldn't. I bought the edition, I barely even touched it. I mean, again, I only got it for 20 bucks, so can't really complain. Now this is where it gets sketchy. You guys are gonna see why this is called an off-highway truck here in a minute. Put it back in auto. Let's say, because it's gonna complain about the diff lock being on. Be prepared for the unexpected. Yes, in this truck, most definitely. You'll notice that while we're going down this road, the thing is barely even idle. We got this thing like the perfect RPM for cruising. And these rocks are going to cause us quite a bit of damage. And you see, because the articulation, we are all over the road. And yes, this run will run you out of gas. Or diesel, I guess. Well, gas in the United States is just a term for fuel. So no, at least one of my viewers, that guy just spoke up having the Alicorn. He's a pro like me. We met on Forza. He's a British dude, so. I mean, he may not understand, like, that we use the term gas just to say fuel. I would probably assume that maybe they would use the same term with petrol. They use the term petrol instead of gas, instead of, like, when they're speaking about gasoline. They don't actually say gasoline over there, they say petrol. Trust me, when you watch enough fail race, you know the term. Like, they say fuel or petrol. Okay, enough about friggin' regional differences on the gasoline term. I mean, as long as we keep this thing in a straight line, it's not going to be very difficult for this truck. This is where it's going to get weird, though, because now the road gets all broken up. Yes, better call the chiropractor, because we're probably going to need it. The road does get very rough up here. Doesn't look like much now, but, well, now it starts to settle out. There are going to be more rocks on the road, though, as you guys probably know. And these turns. Ugh. There is a bypass, but it's not worth taking in a behemoth like this. That's why we took the mud pit in the last video. Uh-oh. See what I'm talking about. Need to grab a safety winch there. You know, I said up talk about calling a chiropractor. That's because in my first run, it was more like that, like bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. I really getting here was much more jerky than getting there and taking it there. Maybe it's gonna be bad. Okay, probably crazy. Do we want to go over the bridge? Nope, it's coming up. Yeah, there's the bridge. And that bridge, it's a doozy. You pretty much have to do it in third person. You know, I'm not being dared to do it in first. Here it is. In a usual hauling truck, this is not an articulate dump truck we're talking about. Load low gear to limit our speed. Because of the articulation, you got to be real careful with the movements you make. Other than that, though, we should be fine. This is basically the equivalent of a death road. Yeah, I'm just gonna completely shut up and let you guys listen to the game. There isn't much to listen to now, but here we go anyway. completely misjudged it there. And yeah, another thing I didn't notice last night, the mirrors have no collision. Oh wait, I think I did note that. I did notate that, but that was another instance of that. I guess because they stick out so far, if they had collision, it could probably cause a lot of issues. At least they were nice for something. We're coming up to the destination here. I know it's a really boring video, but it's kind of a different haul. That's it. As you guys know, the Caterpillar can only haul so much. Are you sure? And that trailer, oh, I already did reset it. So, because that trailer was in one heck of a pickle. So that's all for this, guys. I hope you have enjoyed. Yeah, I'll probably be making at least one, if not maybe two, Dirt 5 videos this week, so stay tuned for those. The end of the week, we will have a SnowRunner video detailing the what's in the new update. You know, showing off at least whatever maps we can get to. I might just do a stream on here, just so we can just kind of explore the update slowly. We don't have to rush it like we always do. God, that water's warm. Lukewarm. Doesn't really go down the same way as cold water, and I'm about to crack open a cold one. I feel so much better. Anyway, guys, I hope you make sure to like and subscribe. You know the deal. I normally don't ask for subscriptions, but I mean, it is what it is, you know? Like I already said before, we are not planning on making this a career, because from what I've heard from other upstart YouTubers, and actually guys that are even established, like real Radmen, have had to do Patreons now because it's that bad. I will never start a Patreon. I'm not going to ask you guys for money, but I mean, there is a feature coming to Twitter that lets you tip. If you guys want to tip me, I'll leave my Twitter in the description when that comes out. Anyway, guys, hope you have enjoyed. See you next video. Peace out.